Hi you guys, it's me, April with Hair 101, and I'm going to continue this Q&A. I did one a couple weeks ago and it just got too long, so we decided to do two. So here's some questions that you guys submitted on Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, you need to go do that right now so that you can get in on the Q&A next time if you missed out. All right, you guys, here's the first question. So a lot of you have frizz problems, and I'm not surprised because it's winter, and if you live anywhere like I do in Utah, it's super dry. We have such a dry air in the winter and in the summer, but for some reason in the winter, it's just like everyone's hair, I don't know if it's the coats and scarves or just the air, but all of the hair in Utah just gets like static electricity and just goes and sticks out like 4 feet on the sides of these long girls' hair. I see it all the time. When my hair was long, it happened, and that's one of the reasons I chopped it off. But Redken has this line that I actually love this line. It's called Frizz Dismiss. And they have like 7 or 8 different products in the line. It's really cool. They have a shampoo, conditioner, a mask. They have this Smooth Force. It's a lightweight smooth lotion spray. So you can spray this in and it gets rid of the frizz and the static electricity. So they have these little sheets, because you've heard like take a dryer sheet and rub it on your head, but that doesn't really work. I've tried that. These are kind of using that idea, but it has hair product in them. It's really cool. You just take them. It's like a little dryer sheet, and it smells nice. Not really like a dryer sheet, but it has like a thin powdery film on it, and you just kind of rub it onto your hair, and this takes care of static, and it makes your hair feel really, really soft. So it actually works really well. I was surprised. These are really cool. So this is the Frizz Dismiss Fly Away Fix sheets. It has a little bit of oil infused into that sheet and takes away flyaways too. So these are really cool, like even in updos at the very end where you have like the little flyaways right by your face, you can just take these. So that's fun. I like that line for frizz. So anyone wondering, try it out. Let me know how you like it. Okay, so Becca30 asks, what are my favorite brushes? I need a good set for every hair type style. So as far as like just a regular brush, my favorite brush is the wet brush, and that one is amazing, and I use it on wet and dry, and I use it on almost every single one of my clients. When I shampoo them, I use the wet brush. As far as like round brushes, if you're asking about that, I absolutely love the Monster Vent brushes. They are pretty big on the bigger side of the scale. Like the smallest one is usually like the biggest one in other brushes, but I absolutely love them. They are my favorite brushes of all time. Monster Vent brushes. If you're looking for smaller brushes that are round brushes, I don't really have a favorite brand of those yet. I kind of just use the ones I have from beauty school because I don't use them a ton. So there you go. All right, so Jennifer Wallace says, I want to color my hair myself using a box. I want it to be back to dark brown with some purple in it, and it has reddish color now. What's the best brand to use? I actually don't know what is the best brand to use because I don't use color at the grocery store. I've never purchased it. I think when I was in junior high one time, I bought some strawberry blonde and put it in my hair, and whatever. It didn't really go the color on the box. But here's the thing. It's not really about brand. It's more about formulation. So the best thing to do would have a professional colorist look at it and decide what formula to use, because you might have like 3 different things going on. If you have your natural regrowth and then like a middle section that's kind of red and then the ends are faded, like I don't really know what's going on, so I can't give you an exact formula for your own hair. But just know that every single piece of your hair that is a different color will react differently to the box color that you put on it. Your roots will react differently, the middle part, the ends. So with that said, especially if you've been coloring it with other colors before, it won't really lift out the color that's in the mid shaft because it's color. Color doesn't lift color, but it will lift out your natural roots. So your roots will go to a certain color, the mid shaft will be another color, and the ends might be darker, lighter, whatever. I don't know what's going on with the ends. So the best thing to do would be to go and get it professionally done. I'm gonna always suggest that, guys. I'm sorry, you can hate on me, but it's true. It's not just because hairstylists want money. It's because we have to learn for so many years about all of the different scenarios that can happen to your hair and what color on the color wheel is opposite of that color to neutralize it. You might go in somewhere and they mix up 3 different formulas and put them on your hair to make one color. So there you go. And they might even have to strip out that color in order to get your desired color. And it's really nice. You can sit down with a stylist and they open this huge book and you just point to the color that you want your hair. And then they look at what you have already and where they want to go and they formulate for you. And it's genius. So that's what I would suggest to do. So this one actually kind of goes along with one that I just answered. It's Aaron Does Hair 1228. He says, what is your opinion advice for clients who want a full color correction but do not want to pay for the color correction? What would you recommend for a stylist to do? Okay, that is kind of difficult because if someone's sitting in your chair or calls in and wants a consultation or a price, and kind of like with the question I just answered before, they don't want to pay $60 an hour or $80 an hour or whatever you charge for color correction. That's what I charge, so I'm just throwing it out there. They don't want to pay that price tag, and it's difficult because their other options are to A, do it themselves, which they're just going to end up coming back into you being unhappy because it didn't work, and then you're going to have more problems to solve. Or B, they're going to go somewhere else that claims, oh yeah, I can do that for you, and in like an hour or 2 hours, and then they're just going to do it, and then they're still not going to have what they want because, like I said, their roots will probably be the color that they want, and then they'll have like a black midsection or just orange hair if they're trying to go from black to blonde. Like, you're getting what you pay for. So I think what I would do, honestly, is sit there and try to have a heart-to-heart with this person, whether it's over the phone or hopefully in your chair, and just explain to them why they're spending the money and the value that's in it. That's what you need to get them to realize, because there is real value in a good color correction. There really is. The integrity of their hair, the end result, everything is going to be worth every single penny that they spent on it. So I think it's just a matter of explaining that in the easiest terms you can with them. Listen, your hair is this level, and in order to get it to this level, we have to do this step, and this step, and even tell them the steps and explain to them why it takes so long. You're not trying to scam them out of money. You're just saying it's going to be a 6-hour process. Normally my cuts and colors are 2 hours, so I have to charge you what 3 colors would cost. And then the next time we do your hair, we'll be able to maintain it and it will be a lot easier. But you have to explain that to them, and you have to be able to do it in a way that helps them to understand, like the heart of a teacher. You need to be able to teach them why it's valuable. If they still don't want to pay it, then they're just getting a no answer, and they're either going to have to just go somewhere else and have it not turn out as good as what you could have done, or like, I definitely wouldn't just be like, okay, I'll just do it this time. No, because then they're going to think that every single time they come in, they can just change their hair from black to blonde, then from blonde to pink, and then back to blonde, and then back to black, and then blonde again. And that honestly is so difficult to do. In order to get their hair to do that, you have to know what you're doing and use good products. And even then, it's super scary to do that many changes. So yeah, and you have to be okay with losing a client if they're ultimately going to say no. That's one of the big things, is you have to be okay with them saying, well, thanks for the information, but I can't afford that, so I'm just going to not do it this time or go somewhere else or whatever. And you have to just say, okay, I understand. I totally respect you. If you need anything in the future, let me know. So I wouldn't cave. I wouldn't just do it because you don't want to lose a client, because that is taking the value out of your work and basically letting them feel like they can just do that to anyone, really. And if you're a person watching this and you're not wanting to pay for the color correction, just know there is value in it. You're getting your hair changed drastically or fixed, and it's going to take that person a lot of hours and a lot of brain power and a lot of product, and it's worth it. So good luck explaining that to your clients. Okay, Victoria Mowers says, I've been told that I should only use conditioner on the tips of your hair and not all over your hair. Is that true? Ways to grow out long hair. Okay, so let's start with that one. No, that is not true. You should be using conditioner all over your hair. Let me explain to you what's happening when you wash your hair. So you're taking your hair and it has oil and dirt, whatever in it, hair product from 4 days ago, who knows, sweat, gross. So it has all this dirt in it. You're taking it, you're getting it wet, and then you're sticking shampoo in there. So what happens is the shampoo has little teeny molecules that stick to the dirt and the bubbles and everything. They all grab on and hold on to that dirt and oil and grossness. And then it's very alkaline. So it's opening the cuticle of your hair and it's drying but it needs to do that in order to get all of that dirt and crud out of there. So then when you wash it with the water, it rinses all that away because it grabbed onto it and it takes it away. So now your hair is in a alkaline state. It's a little bit alkaline. You don't want that. You want your hair to be more on the acid side because the natural, like the cuticle will be laying down and smooth and beautiful if it's conditioned. So when you're putting the conditioner on the hair, you're actually putting like an acid bath back onto the hair to smooth down the cuticle again after you've shampooed it and gotten all that stuff out. It's actually conditioning the hair. So if you were to wash your hair and then only put the conditioner in the ends, well then the top of your hair will still be dry and the cuticle kind of open. So if you're going for that, if you're kind of trying to like leave that cuticle kind of open and rough and you want it to have a lot of body, I mean, you can do that if you're worried about having too much oil or whatever, but really it's fine. I would start by putting it into the ends and then smear it everywhere else and get it through the roots too. I definitely wouldn't put a blob of conditioner and go right on the top of my head, no. So yeah, starting in the ends and working it through, but I wouldn't try to avoid getting it on the rest of the hair because it's just kind of smoothing out and closing the cuticle from when you washed your hair. So yeah. There's your answer. Hopefully that helped. Thank you so much for watching, you guys, and thank you for submitting your questions. I actually love answering your questions. It kind of makes me feel like I'm sitting in the salon with a client in the chair and they're asking me questions, and it's really fun. So thank you so much. I hope it helped you guys. I love you all. Make sure you click that subscribe button below and check back for more videos. They're up every Tuesday at 11. I love you. See you later. Bye.